Hey guys, it's Roscoe, and on the Space Couch today, it's time for part 21 of my Star Wars book collection. I would just say, obviously, I have been ill recently, hence the croaky voice. So, first of all, we have this, the 5-minute Star Wars stories that I picked up at JFK Airport on the way back from New York. We did have a look through this, so I'll just show a couple of pics. There's Yoda and Count Dooku, good one of the two of them. Actually, we haven't had a real in-depth of this, have we? And there's Anakin and Dooku, and we all know how that ended up. Leia and R2. Just one more from here. Luke Skywalker and Master Yoda during his training on Dagobah. We will go through this in greater depth in due course. Next, of course, this, the Force Awakens graphics, which we did go through, so I'll just show just a couple of pics. Droid generations, the differences and similarities between BB-8 and R2-D2. Size comparisons of the Death Star 1 and 2 at Starkiller Base. Let's see. Character measurements. I don't remember this from previously, but that's how tall they all are in relation to each other. With, of course, you see an X-Wing, and I think that must be Rey's speeder. And just one more. Spacecraft proportions. So you see TIE Fighter, X-Wing, and Falcon. Then obviously you see the Eravana. I assume this is a Star Destroyer, probably the First Order Star Destroyer, looking out from above there. So that is the Force Awakens graphics, which is fantastic. I absolutely love going through that. The graphics are really, really good. Then, of course, there was this, The Escape, the prelude to the Wild Space Adventures, that I picked up for 70p in a charity shop. And now you haven't seen these. Picked this up today. Well, I ordered it and it was in stock. It arrived. Guardians of the Whills. This is obviously the prequel to Rogue One, focusing on Baze and Chirrut and what happens when Saw Gerrera arrives. So I started reading this. It's very interesting. They've met someone who I think is one of Saw's partisans. It's definitely not Saw because it's an alien. So we'll see how that unfolds. Now, obviously, this came out at the same time, so I had to order both of them. Rebel Rising. This is obviously follows Jyn Erso's story from when she is rescued by Saw Gerrera on Naboo through to her meeting the rebellion leadership on Yavin 4 when they task her with the mission to Jeddah. So yes, that should be very interesting. Very much looking forward to that. Let's see, what does it say? When Jyn Erso is 8 years old, her mother is murdered and her father taken from her to serve the Empire. Saw Gerrera, a man who will go to any extremes necessary in order to resist Imperial tyranny, takes her in as his own. But fighting alongside Saw brings danger and the question of just how far Jyn is willing to go. When she faces an unthinkable betrayal that shatters her world, Jyn will have to decide what she truly believes in and who she can really trust. Let's just have another look at what it says on the back of Guardians of the Whills. Baze Malbus and Chirrut Imwe used to be Guardians of the Whills, who looked after the Kyber Temple on Jeddah and all those who worshipped there. Then the Empire came and took over the moon. The temple was sealed and the people scattered. Now Baze and Chirrut do what they can to resist the Empire and protect the people of the Holy City, but it never seems to be enough. When a man named Saw Gerrera arrives with grand plans to take down the Empire, it seems like the perfect way for Baze and Chirrut to make a real difference and help the people of Jeddah. But will it come at too great a cost? Well, if you've seen Rogue One, you know what the cost was. It was the ultimate sacrifice, but ultimately it was worth it. So yes, that is just part 21 of my Star Wars book collection. As I said in part 20, it did indeed include Guardians of the Whills and Rebel Rising. Haven't seen Inferno Squad come out yet though, which is the Battlefront 2 novel. So yes, very much looking forward to that, and Luke Skywalker, Tales of Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, the one that's set on Alderaan during her youth, and the Phasma stuff that's due out. So yes, there's more to come, and no doubt we will get to part 22 in due course. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment suggestion for a upcoming topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.